comment,
and subscribe for more content.
Where's the notification bell?
It's to the right of you.
Oh.
Ooh, what's up guys? I'm DK Wrestler.
And I'm MD Shady.
And in today's video, we are going to be making our Funko Pop and soda figure predictions for Funkoween 2022. But before that happens, make sure you press the subscribe button for more content like this video in the future, and press the little bell beside it to be notified of when that future content gets released. But anyways guys,
let's check it out.
So like we said in today's video, we are going to be making our Funko Pop and soda figure predictions for Funkoween 2022. For those that might not know, Funkoween is a week-long event by Funko, usually at the end of May, where Funko presents a week-long reveal of Halloween-themed pops and sodas. We've seen this the last 2 years by Funko in 2020 and 2021, assuming that they will obviously continue that trend in 2022, which we know that there are probably some sort of, like, I guess, leaked list of pops or sodas, but as the rules always states, it's not confirmed until Funko confirms them themselves. So for this list, we have ourselves 3 to 5 sodas and 3 to 5 Funko Pop predictions, whether they are singular pops or they are multiple pops for a certain set. So each of us will be making those predictions, starting out with MD Shady and his Funko Pop and soda figure predictions for Funkoween.
So like DK had said, I will start off for my predictions for Funkoween 2022. I'm going to start off with my soda predictions, which I feel like I have some pretty good predictions here that might potentially come true. So starting up first, we have a Funko soda of Freddy Krueger, and I think this would be really cool, and I know a lot of people would definitely like this. There hasn't really been a ton of horror sodas to begin with, so Freddy Krueger is definitely a great one. I think it would translate very well into the Funko soda style, and I think that the chase could be like the skeleton face that he's had, and then you take off his hat. Whether the body is a different pose or not, I think that's up to Funko. I feel like they could probably have a cool, like, dynamic pose for this soda where you wouldn't really have to have a different pose for the chase. The second soda I have on this list is a new Ghostbusters soda, and that is Ray Stantz. I picked him because he is probably my favorite of the Ghostbusters, and I feel like it would be a really awesome soda. Obviously, we've seen the pops, we've seen the mystery minis, and we have some of the Ghostbuster sodas, but the whole crew isn't done yet, so I think Ray Stantz will be the next one, and of course the chase will be a slimed variation like the other 2 sodas we've seen in the past. Then with the new Scooby-Doo bag of the 6 soda cans with obviously the Loungefly bag that we got, we seen some new Scooby-Doo sodas, but I feel like there was kind of some questions. One that I definitely had was, why isn't the rest of the mystery gang in the set? Why did they put like 4 villains and just do Shaggy and Scooby? So I think at Funkoween we will see at least one of the crew members, and that is Fred Jones. I think that this soda would look really cool. I feel like it'd be a decently tall soda, probably about as tall as they can make them without like being able to fit in the can, obviously. And I think that the common would be his, like, arms crossed pose, and then I think the chase would probably just be simply with his hand in his pocket and maybe a bit of a different face expression, but I feel like the 2 different variations of how you normally see Fred stand make sense for the common and the chase. But not only that, I also added a villain to this list because I feel like they probably wouldn't just announce one Scooby-Doo soda for Funkoween or when we see the next Scooby-Doo sodas be announced. I added one villain, and it is kind of a different villain, like not as memorable as some of the villains we've seen in the sodas recently, the 10,000 volt ghost, and I think that that'd be a really cool one. I like the design of this character, and obviously the chase would have to be glow in the dark. The first set of pops that I have actually has 3 pops in the set, and that is for the movie Young Frankenstein. I think this movie is great, and I don't know why we haven't seen pops for it, because I think that they would look great. Obviously, Gene Wilder, people love Gene Wilder, especially with like the Willy Wonka pops that we've seen and the Willy Wonka soda that we got recently. And I think you really only need 3 pops in the set. Obviously, it would be Dr. Frederick Frankenstein, Frankenstein's monster, and then Igor. And I think that all 3 of these pops would look amazing, and I would personally probably add them to my collection. The next pop I have on this list is actually a movie covers pop, and that would be for the movie Halloween. Pretty sure some people could guess it. I mean, the original Halloween movie poster looks awesome, so I feel like it'd be a really cool looking Funko movie covers. And then you would have obviously Michael Myers. I don't know which variation they would do with this, but I would hope that they would kind of do one that isn't such like the ones we've seen recently. You could have it either be like, I don't want to say blacklight because I don't think it should be blacklight, but I think it would be cool if it had kind of a shading to it that was in like the dark theme with the orange kind of as the highlight, kind of like how the movie poster is. And then the last set of pops, which is actually the biggest set that I have for this video, for my predictions at least, is from one of my favorite things to watch around Halloween and probably one of my favorite episodes of Scooby-Doo. Yes, more Scooby-Doo stuff on this list, but this time it is Pops, and that is for the Ghoul School. I think that it's so iconic. People love this movie or show, I guess you could call it. I definitely really love this, and I think that it could be a pretty large set, and I think I have at least 6 or 7 Pops for this set. So starting off, you have Sabella Dracula. I think that that would translate very well into Pops. I don't think they have to do like a 5-pack of the girls. I think they could just do singular Pops. And then I also have one other character here. So obviously Sabella, you have Winnie. I think that Winnie would be a really cool kind of smaller looking Pop, and maybe we could even see a flocked version of that. Phantasma, I think she's an awesome character as well. Also would translate well into Pops. Elsa Frankenteen, which is a cool character as well. All of the characters are great. I really hope we do see some Ghoul School Pops. Tanis the Mummy is another character that is quite small, so they would kind of be the same size as Winnie because they're just smaller, I guess you could say, kind of like the size of Pokemon Pops. I think would be a perfect example of the size that those Pops should be. And then lastly, I added Shaggy to this list. I feel like we'd probably see another Scooby-Doo as well, but I think that Shaggy would be really cool, and he would have a chase version, and his chase version would be the Mirror Monster. I think that that would be an amazing chase, and it makes so much sense. You could have the red shirt on Shaggy, and then obviously have kind of the spiked up ears and the like monsterish, wolfish face that he gets in the mirror. I think that that'd be amazing. Funko, please do this set for Funkoween 2022.
Alright, so I'm going to be making my soda and pop predictions for Funkoween 2022, which starting off with Funko sodas, which I have 4 Funko sodas listed. The first one I have is the Library Ghost from Ghostbusters, which I chose the Library Ghost because I don't know the likeliness of them doing the last 2 members of the 4 core Ghostbusters members, even though it does seem like it's probably going to happen. I just don't know if it will be announced at Funkoween, even though we did get, I'm pretty sure, Peter Venkman last year at Funkoween, so it would make sense for one of the other members, but lately they've been making a lot of the more villain ones, but I think the Library Ghost definitely makes sense, especially if it was a Funko Shop exclusive, where it will be limited to 10,000 pieces, and the chase will probably be glow-in-the-dark. The next soda I have listed here is Jim Halpert from The Office, and I think this definitely makes sense because in a lot of The Office episodes, he's always wearing like a different outfit, and especially during the Halloween episodes, he has kind of like those lazy Halloween costumes, but people end up liking them. So I think for essentially the soda, it will be limited to 12,500 pieces because I think that's the exact limited piece of the 3 other sodas they made of Dwight Schrute, which was also announced at Funkoween last year, Michael Scott soda, and the Entertainment Earth exclusive Creed Bratton. So I think this will be 12,500 pieces also, and I think that the common version will be essentially Jim with like the Dave tag, kind of like what you get with essentially the common version of the Jim Halpert Funko Pop. And then the chase, I actually have it as 3 Hole Punch Jim because it's a different outfit, but they wouldn't have to change the mold that much. It's just different color change with obviously the white shirt, and you got the 3 dots on the side. The next soda I have listed is Michael Myers. Now, Funko has done a couple of horror-themed sodas, and I think Michael Myers is a perfect candidate, especially with, I guess, the finale of the current, I guess, trilogy of Halloween movies, going along with, like, the 2018 movie, Halloween Kills, that came out last year, and then Halloween Ends, that comes out later in October this year. I think it makes sense that they're going to pump up some more Halloween merchandise, especially when it comes to pops or sodas. And I think a Michael Myers soda would be cool. I have this limited to 20,000 pieces because I think it's going to sell super well to the point where they can put that big of a piece count on it, and it would simply be a bloody chase, because why not have Michael Myers covered in blood after essentially killing a victim? And the last Funko soda I have here for my predictions is Dustin from Stranger Things. Now, there's a couple reasons why I chose Dustin. First of all, Dustin's my favorite character in Stranger Things, and the only Stranger Things soda I believe they've made so far as of the recording of this video is the 11 soda. And I believe with Dustin, I think that's a character that would sell very well. And I have this limit to 15,000 pieces, which is a higher piece count, I believe, than the 11, because I think that's 12,500. But I think that Dustin would sell more, in my opinion, because he is such a fan favorite character. And for this, I highly doubt that if this happens, it's going to be the right, like, Common and Chase. But for my predictions, I have essentially normal Dustin with his kind of like normal outfit with the hat, and maybe he's holding kind of like the little walkie-talkie in his hand. But for the chase, I have the Snowball Dance Dustin from Season 2, because I think that'd be really cool, and especially anyone who missed out on the, I believe it was San Diego Comic-Con 2018 exclusive pop of Dustin, could get it in this form. Now I'm going to move on to the Funko Pop portion of this prediction list, which the first one isn't specifically towards one licensor. It kind of goes with a bunch of them, and I wrote down Artist Series horror movie pops. And now, I don't exactly know what lineup they would target, although I think that they would target multiple lineups. Like, I could definitely see possibly an Artist Series Michael Myers pop. There could be an Artist Series Freddy Krueger or Jason Voorhees, even a Chucky Artist Series pop they could do. It's just a matter of how many are they going to do and which ones are they going to pick. The next pop prediction I have here is for the anime Demon Slayer. Now, last year at Funkoween, we got the very first wave of Demon Slayer pops, which was received positively by the Funko fanatics, especially the hardcore anime fans. And that wave was pretty cool, and I know there's been rumblings of a new wave coming out, and I think a perfect time obviously would be Funkoween, because the theme of that show is kind of more very Halloween-esque, where it's involving demons and everything like that. And I don't have an exact list of what would be in this set, especially because if anything pertains to Season 2 of Demon Slayer for this potential set, I have not seen Season 2 yet. I've only seen the first season. But the pops I do have listed here is, first of all, a pop that I've seen kind of posted on a bunch of pages that are starting to hit up stores, and that is a 2-pack of Nezuko and Tanjiro. That's a Target exclusive, which obviously is simply slapping 2 common pops and adding an exclusive sticker to make it a 2-pack. And there's some other characters that I listed down here that obviously I'm not going to be able to pronounce the names right, because a lot of these names are hard to pronounce anyways. The one that's been rumored for a while is Rengoku, I think it is. Obviously, you'll see the photo, you know who I'm talking about, who's actually been rumored as a Comic-Con exclusive since New York Comic-Con last year. But at this point, I feel like, is it going to be a Comic-Con exclusive, or is this just going to be maybe a Hot Topic exclusive or something like that? And maybe we'll get characters that haven't been made yet either, just like the character I just talked about, which the one I thought of off the top of my head is kind of the headmaster of Demon Slayer, where like he's got his kind of little outfit there. Obviously, the photo's right there. And also like that red mask that he wears all the time, and you never really see what his face looks like underneath it. So I think a pop of him would be really cool also for this new wave of Demon Slayer pops. And the last set of pops I have listed here is actually a set of pops that they've made 2 waves of, but they haven't made the waves in a really long time, I guess you could say, for the last couple of years now, and that is a Simpsons Treehouse of Horror wave. I think if there's a time to bring out a new wave of Treehouse of Horror, it would be at Funkoween 2022, especially because there's a lot of different variants of those Simpsons characters from the Treehouse of Horror episodes that they haven't made yet that I think people would want. Especially my #1 want from the Treehouse of Horror wave would be a Hugo pop, which obviously is Bart's twin from, I believe, Treehouse of Horror 6, 7, or 8, one of those 3 episodes it's in. I can't exactly remember. I would love to see the Collector, which obviously is a comic book guy, and then maybe even a Stretch Dude and Cobbler Girl 2-pack, which is involved in that same episode. And then one that I think would be really cool would be like a 10-inch variant of when Homer becomes that big blob. I can't exactly remember the episode, but when Homer's eating a bunch of food and he just ends up becoming this big blob. I think that'd be really cool, especially maybe depending on the color, because I think it's more of a yellowish greenish color at that point of when he's that big. It could be a glow-in-the-dark pop and it would look excellent. Anyways, guys, that's gonna be the end of today's video. If you enjoyed today's video on our pop and soda predictions for Funkoween 2022, make sure you smash that like button. Comment in the comments section below and let us know your predictions for Funkoween 2022. And like we said earlier, press the subscribe button for more content like this video in the future, and press the little bell beside it to be notified of when that future content gets released. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching today's video and hope to see you guys next time. 1, 2, 3, I'm out of here.
Peace in, peace out.
Follow us on all of our social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at A Funko Popcast. If you want to check out some of our other content that's featured on our channel, you can click either the playlist that's on your screen right now featuring previous episodes of our weekly podcast, A Funko Popcast, or we have suggested a video for you guys in relation to today's video.